3 minutes, huh?
Thank you for that question. I think a lot of you in the room already know my background on 2nd Avenue. I was Chief of Staff to Assemblymember Jonathan Bing when the 2nd Avenue subway construction started, and I had the amazing opportunity to work on the 2nd Avenue subway grants legislation that passed the Assembly and the Senate that would have provided grants, not loans, but grants to the businesses along the construction to help keep them open. And unfortunately, it was vetoed by a governor who was a fiscal conservative at the time. And as a result, we've seen a lot of storefronts close. And that hasn't helped anybody. And one of the things I'd like to do is reintroduce that. In fact, it's part of a 5-point plan that we launched last week to improve quality of life along the 2nd Avenue subway. And it's not something that's going to save everything and improve it drastically, but there's some small things that we've talked with members of the community about that we think might help make things just a little bit better, a little bit more livable. I live on 81st and York, and every time they blast, my building shakes. My cat runs and hides under the bed, and she doesn't know what's going on. I tried to explain it, but the fact is that whether you're a cat or a person, you're shell-shocked at this point. Our neighborhood doesn't feel like a neighborhood, it feels like a war zone. And so anything we can do to improve it. In fact, along 2nd Avenue, I'm 6'2", I'm a triathlete, I've swam across the East River, and I didn't think that I was still at a point in my life where this would happen, but I was walking along 2nd Avenue, and I was in one of the places that was a little bit darker, and people, a gentleman and his accomplice accosted me and asked me for money. Luckily, there was a store open, and luckily I was able to step into it. And luckily the police in the 19th precinct were incredibly, but we shouldn't have to depend on luck. So the 5-point plan is 1, lighting. If you go to lightupsecondavenue.com, you can spell it any way you want. It'll take you to a page where you can suggest locations, vote on locations, and comment on locations for lighting. We're planning on submitting those suggestions to the MTA and the Department of Transportation to put the lighting there. I think that will go one step towards it. The NYPD needs to have a beat cop. I've been asking the 19th Precinct and the Community Council to hold a hearing on safety along the 2nd Avenue subway. It hasn't happened. I'm hoping once I get elected, it will happen. But we need to have a beat cop there. If we don't have money in the city budget for it, I think it should come out of the MTA plan because they're going to be continuing to do this along the whole way. The last 3 pieces are having an environmental review to figure out how we can improve quality of life and the 2nd Avenue grants, and you can see the rest on our website. I'm out of time, but thank you.
Thank you.